Hello my angels, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Firstly, I just want to say that I'm really sorry that I didn't post on Tuesday. I think you guys could have probably imagined that I needed a little bit of time to kind of like recuperate. I've not been very well, and after I saw you guys on the vlog that you saw on Sunday, first and foremost, also want to apologise for the end of that vlog. It exported beautifully, worked to perfection all the way to the end, but for some reason it didn't upload the very ending. It was sort of like a minute off of the ending. I think it sort of uploaded like an hour and 11 minutes and it was like an hour and 13, and it sort of cut off the ending, so I'm so sorry about that. It sort of like cut short before the most important part, which was tasting my gorgeous sweet treats. So I'm really sorry about that, and I promise I did say goodbye and send you all my love. So yeah, apologies for that. Apologies for not creating a vlog for Tuesday. I think you guys can imagine, after I spoke to you, I just like crashed and burnt. I don't even know what to put it down to, because I was sort of like quite unwell in terms of like had a cough, a really sore throat and a blocked nose, and I'm still a little bit nasally, you can probably hear. But the extreme exhaustion, I've never experienced anything like it. And you guys know me, like I am such a positive person and like very much get up and go, and I kind of feel like I've been brought up in my family as, you know, there's zero sympathy. You get up and you keep going, and especially I think that that's something from my sort of like equestrian background and horsey, you know, you fall off, you get back on. I actually couldn't, I just couldn't function. I don't know what had happened, and I think it is just down to just burning the candle a touch too much at both ends, and also like my immune system was low. I tried to go to something on Saturday morning, and I did go, and that's something that with me, I actually think it's something to do with my generation. It's such a flaky culture. Like my generation are so bad at saying yes to things and then not going, and that's something that if I agree to do something and agree to go to something, like unless something catastrophic has happened, I will do everything in my being in order to be there and support. And so I went to Royal Windsor Flowershow, and I will actually, after this little clip, it will be a bit jolted, but I really want to share the content with you. I went and I drove there, and I sort of really sort of had to like conjure up the energy and sort of like mentally prep myself to go in and obviously be bubbly and happy and smile, and of which it was absolutely gorgeous. I struggled, like I really struggled. I had to sort of like, you know, 15 minutes in the car. I left early. I did what I needed to do, and I saw everybody I needed to see and had just the most gorgeous time. However, I didn't stay there for as long as I thought I would, and when I came home I literally slept for 2 days. And you know me, it is so unlike me. So it was a Saturday and I got home and the dogs were absolutely delighted. Literally sofa sausages, or sofa slugs I should say. Brutal. You know, I was trying to walk around the orchard with the boys so that they could do their wee-wees and poo-poos, and I actually had to sit down halfway, and Mark was just like, so that definitely was not fun. But I think it's my own fault. I've been doing too much, going 100 miles an hour, not looking after my health, and ultimately just not getting sleep. And I think sleep is such an important thing, and sometimes I say yes to too many things, and so things are going to change slightly, I think for my own mental and physical well-being. So I am going to be slightly more selective as to the events that I go to, and not say yes to absolutely everything. So things are going to change a little bit, obviously not with the content that you see. You know, I try and film as much as I possibly can, but I do also have my job and editing and replying to you all, and I'm just so grateful to everybody who takes the time to send messages, comments, direct messages, emails, voice notes. Yeah, I absolutely love it, but sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming, especially when I kind of feel like I'm getting out of control with it, because there's so much coming in, and there's, you know, there's only so much that I can do, and obviously my team are so incredible, but there's a lot going on at the moment. And we are not even into the busy part of the season. So I'm literally going to do absolutely everything in my being to make sure that I am on top form. So I feel like I've been warbling on, but I think we needed to have a bit of a catch up, and for me to kind of explain where I've been and what's been going on. And, you know, I definitely don't think I'm at 100%, but my goodness gracious me, I feel night and day better to what I felt like. Oh, anyway, I do actually have a doctor's appointment coming up, and that's actually something I want to touch on. You know, I have actually had a lot of messages and emails from so many different people on Instagram and YouTube talking about a couple of things that you guys have noticed, and I have taken that on board. For those of you who have messaged me about it, you guys will know what I'm talking about, and I think it would be silly of me not to go and have it checked. So I am going to go and have my shoulder and my neck checked. I'm going to be having a full blood work situation to kind of see what went on, because I think I'm putting it down to burnout and like extreme exhaustion. I actually, you know, I don't know what's been going on. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I am going to the doctors, and I'm going to have like a full MOT to understand where I am, and maybe if I'm lacking in, you know, I might have an iron deficiency or a magnesium deficiency, and to sort of really work out where I need to be focusing on with like vitamins, and just making sure that I am on tip top form, because I cannot even begin to tell you, there is so much stuff coming up, like genuine pinch me moments that I can't actually believe that, you know, I'm even saying that these things are going to happen. Like, it's just epic, so I cannot wait. But after God knows how long of this intro, I just thought it was really important just to sort of sit here and sort of have a bit of a catch up with you guys, let you know how I'm feeling. Honestly, the comments on my last vlog, which was Sunday, you just continue to blow my mind. The kindness and all the caring comments about Wiggy and about me, I'm eternally grateful to all of you. So thank you so much. Park afternoon tea, which looks absolutely delicious. I could devour a little Madeleine. gorgeous chocolate cake, we've got pain au chocolat, beautiful little florals, and we have got a magnificent choir of the local school, and they are singing their little souls out. So this is the competition marquee. We are not allowed in there at the moment because the judging is still happening, just in case anybody tampers with a potato or a broad bean. But how cute is this? Look at this little birdhouse. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh gosh, so sweet. Just admiring how beautiful this carriage is. So this is one of the Great Windsor carriages, and an experience that you can actually go and do, and so that you can actually book this carriage to take you around the Windsor Park. It's absolutely beautiful, and the florals, I mean, just look. The delphiniums, the cow parsley, the foxgloves, the lilies, the peonies are just pure perfection. It looks absolutely stunning. And look at this little nifty thing here. What a gorgeous little table to hold your champagne for all of those beautiful little picnics that we're going to be having when the sunshine finally graces us this summer. Look at this scrumptious bread. The cinnamon rolls, the brownies, the focaccia. Oh my goodness, this looks absolutely sensational. So this is the wheelbarrow garden, where all of the schools locally have planted their own little wheelbarrows, and they are so sweet. Look, it says snails welcome, and then this is the Upton School. Oh look, that was 3rd place, looking absolutely beautiful. This one is so sweet. Bees eat pollen and nectar. They feed on the bees in the colony. Oh, that's so sweet. And look, the bees really are. It's such a good idea. So apparently the winner is just over here. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous with the rocks in there? But this over here is the winner, and look at it. It is absolutely beautiful. Just stunning. We've just come inside, and they have the sweetest little setup where you can make your own dried flower crowns. Oh my gosh, this is just so gorgeous. They've got dried hydrangeas, dried lavender, looks absolutely beautiful, pampas grass. This is just so sweet.
Holy Trinity Sunningdale.
Hi team. So I have just got back in the car after the most scrumptious afternoon tea. What a gorgeous morning. Honestly, I've never been to something so wholesome and so British, and I feel utterly useless as a content creator because I feel like I missed the best moment on the camera, but loved witnessing it myself, which was the Chelsea pensioners egg and spoon race. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, but all of the beautiful gardens, the royals attending, it was just incredible. Just what a gorgeous morning, and it's 117 years. It's that historic. Windsor Great Park is absolutely beautiful. Anyway, today is going to be a really gorgeous one. I'm at home, which is really lovely. I do have a busy day, but that's no different to any other day. And I have done a Karen Millen order. You know, I've had so many messages about, you know, the British summer social season coming up and all of these gorgeous events that I get to go to, and there have been so many requests from you guys for sort of like budget friendly, not going to break the bank, and dresses that you can wear to all different types of events this year. Now, this is not sponsored by Karen Millen in any way. I just adore the brand, and when I saw these dresses, they are so perfect for the occasion. They are the most beautiful quality for the most remarkable price. So I've done my sort of like very much Leonora selection of the events that I'm going to be going to and the dresses that I would wear. And then it was actually meant to be on another vlog that coincidentally I did not film because I was a sofa slug and was extremely unwell, even down to like, I think this is the first time I've popped makeup on in like 3 or 4 days, which is very unlike me. You know, my life, I don't really tend to get to be like a naked mole rat the whole time. I mean, you guys get to see the whole shebang, so you definitely see me in that state. But yeah, having to wash and blow dry my hair and pop some makeup on, because I feel like I wouldn't have done the dresses justice if I didn't. And I've got a couple of meetings this afternoon that I need to look appropriate. So I washed and blow dried to ensure that I looked the part in these beautiful dresses. And then, as I was saying the other day, I popped up a question box on my Instagram, and I just thought, you know what? It's been a long time since we have done like a Q&A or a story time, and you guys absolutely loved the story time that I did last time, and it just gives you an opportunity to sort of get to know me a little bit more. Also, I popped in like assumptions. It was really anything that you or my Instagram followers really wanted to ask me or know, and I definitely have had a bit of a giggle reading through all of them. So we have sort of selected the questions that were asked most frequently, and some other sort of gorgeous little bits and pieces in there that I would love to share with you guys. So we're going to do a bit of a story time as well. So that is everything we're going to be doing. We are well and truly over 10 minutes already into the vlog, so I am going to spare you my blabbing away, and I'm going to pop on the first stunning Karen Millen dress. I am absolutely besotted with this. So this is the gorgeous woven embroidered dress. Now it's a mixture between cotton and linen, so they've been really smart with the beautiful fabric. And can we just take a moment to admire the stunning embroidery. Now the detail on this is absolutely remarkable. It goes literally from the most beautiful bust into an enormous and gorgeous skirt. Now they have most certainly not scrimped with material here. This is absolutely beautiful, and it really is that gorgeous sort of like heavy cotton linen that you would want to see in a beautiful summer dress. It's light, but yet you can still feel that gorgeous quality linen. Now I feel absolutely stunning in this, and I feel like this really looks like a very expensive high-end luxury dress. It's got a gorgeous sort of scooped neckline into a beautiful bust. It nips you in at the waist. Now I have actually taken this in a size 10, and I definitely think that I could have had a size 8. However, sadly it was sold out, and I saw this dress and just thought it was pure perfection. But if they do get a restock of the size 8, I think I might actually swap it, or even just have it tailored slightly. It has pockets. Now you guys know how much I love a pocket, but I just think for those gorgeous summer garden parties, garden barbecues, you could even wear this to Henley Royal Regatta. Now I wouldn't necessarily wear this to Royal Ascot, just because depending upon what enclosure you're in depends upon the dress code, and I just think with Royal Ascot it's probably best to sort of swerve away from any dresses that show your shoulders. I believe it's just the royal enclosure that you're not allowed to wear your shoulders. However, I'm not sure whether it's kind of appropriate for a royal race meeting, so I would save this one for Henley Royal Regatta, those gorgeous garden parties that we are going to be having. Honestly, today I just cannot work out this weather. We go from glorious sunshine to Baltic cold winds, and then literally just a moment ago I actually couldn't vlog because the rain was coming so hard onto those windows. And I'm meant to be filming the most gorgeous summery dresses. It was not the setting, it was not the vibe. So hopefully, I mean, we are in June, ladies and gentlemen. Where is the sunshine? What is going on with the weather? Can somebody speak to somebody up there and just sort this out? I mean, it's just getting utterly ridiculous. But anyway, back to the point and back to this absolute masterpiece of the dress. I'm gonna come all the way back here. I cannot see anything, so I hope you guys can see, but it's the most gorgeous, elegant and ladylike length. It really is sort of like just above your ankle. Now this is absolutely stunning. It is so ladylike, but I also do think that it is, you know, quite sexy in a way, because you can see a touch of cleavage if you wanted to, but it's very demure. I think it's so clever how they've designed this, and honestly I've never clicked so quickly because of this stunning embroidery. Now I never wish to sort of pop you guys in my chest area, but go on, have a look, look at this beautiful embroidery. You've got those gorgeous sort of pale pink, yellow, greens, a little bit of browns, the stunning sort of like fuchsia. I mean, they're so clever with the colours. Now you could really sort of like choose in terms of your accessories. In terms of your accessories. Gosh, I've also got a bit of brain fog. If anybody could let me know what is wrong with me, I'd be eternally grateful. Anyway, in terms of the accessories, so you could actually wear like yellow accessories, and then I feel like it really sort of attracts the eye to the yellow bits in the dress, or even like a bright pink fuchsia, like hot pink, I think is really coming in. Or you could even just style it with a gorgeous little white bag and beautiful white sandals. I really do feel like this is my Karen Millen dress of the season. I mean, these are absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to try this on. So definite must. Add it to the bag. It's going to sell out and it is exceptional. So let's pop on the other dresses. I am absolutely shooketh shooketh. I mean, with Bridgerton coming up on the premiere, I mean, make haste, make haste. Honestly, I'm a bit of a super fan. But anyway, this dress is phenomenal. Now, no shock horror there that I adore butter yellow, and this is the most stunning dress that I've tried on in a long time. I think quality versus price point, they've sort of hit the nail on the head. Now, this is a size 8, and I feel that this is a little bit more appropriate. It's really beautifully fitted over the bust. It's got a gorgeous waistline, and then it's almost got these little pleating details here and into a gorgeous A-line floaty skirt. Now, I would say length exactly the same as the last dress, and this dress has the most gorgeous swish to it. Honestly, almost lost me there. But I feel like the real sort of star of the show here is the embellishing. Now, it has beautiful floral beading, and they've got sort of like the butter yellow, the white, and they've used sort of like silvery and yellow sequins, but the most gorgeous colour, they're almost like oyster. And as you can see, they've just done the most exceptional job, and it goes into sort of the skirt and all the way around the back. Again, in terms of like the weight of the dress, you really feel the quality. It has pockets, which I think is so sweet, and I feel like the camera is actually showing it a little bit paler than it is. This could be a really gorgeous wedding guest dress. Now, I know there were a few of you that thought my butter yellow outfit to Newmarket wedding was not appropriate. I don't think maybe the colour came across well enough on camera. It was most certainly yellow, and trust me, I would not have been that type of person. I think if ever you question whether an outfit is appropriate for a wedding, just abort. Just don't go there. Be safe, ladies and gentlemen, and I think this is very much safe. So this is absolutely stunning. I think, you know, Karen Millen needs a round of applause for this. It's so ladylike, it's demure, yet it's playful and really sort of accentuates those gorgeous parts of a female figure. Now, you could literally wear this in Mallorca with a pair of sandals, looking super chilled with a gorgeous sun hat, or you could super rock this up with a pair of stunning stilettos or gorgeous sort of strappy wedges and really dress this up. I feel like you could wear this to Henley Royal Regatta with a stunning Vivian Sheriff, sort of like natural raffia or beautiful straw boater, and it would look chef's kiss. Now, you're probably thinking, Leonora, what material is it? And it is a very similar material to the previous dress that I just tried on. So it is in fact a cotton mix, and here I can give you a super close-up of those beautiful beads and sequins. It is absolutely stunning, and as I said, it goes all the way to the bottom and around the dress, but it's not too much. It's not OTT, and I think actually at night under lights this would look just absolutely exquisite. Now, this is really going to be a firm favourite. I think like polo in the park, the Queen's Cup, Cartier polo, Henley Royal Regatta, garden parties, potentially wedding guests is really the dress that's going to see you throughout the whole of the British summer social season. Also holiday, vacay, beach time. I tell you what, I feel like I need a vacay. We're not allowed a vacay just yet. However, Mark and I are actually planning my birthday. Gosh, I feel like it is a million months Sundays. But obviously everything has to be planned, but we were kind of like talking about what I would like to do for my birthday. I said I'd like to go to like a deserted island with no phone, no camera, and no Mark. I just want to be somewhere alone. How sad is that? But that's not going to happen. I don't really want that. I was joking. But anyway, yeah, birthday plans are already already in the mix, so I can't wait to share what we finally decide to do, because you know what, I'm so lucky that like friends want to celebrate and family wants to celebrate, and trying to be all there in one place at the same time, it's like herding cats, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's been fun, trying to sort of like think about what I'd like to do and then actually make the plans in order to do it, whilst juggling all of the balls that we seem to have in the air at the moment and not feeling my best. But anyway, we are getting there. We are most certainly getting there. But anyway, we have a few more dresses to try on, so let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, run. Run, do not walk. I have found the most beautiful dress for the most unbelievable price point. I mean, if somebody would have told me that this was Amelia Wickstead, I would have literally believed them in a heartbeat. Bespoke, tailored Dior. It is that stunning. The quality of the fabric and the beautiful cut is absolutely phenomenal. So let me talk you through it. First and foremost, this colour. You guys know, I feel like pale blue, blonde hair, blonde eyes, it just works. But also, those of you who have dark hair, I feel like Ellen as well, with her beautiful red hair, looks stunning in pale blue. Sort of that colour that just never goes wrong. And it's also not that sickly pale blue, it's just the most stunning iced pale blue. Now the shoulders are pure perfection. They've got these really, really sweet little, almost like cupped shoulders, so they sort of hide the bits that you don't really want to show. You've got this gorgeous square neckline, and then it's almost like slightly longer than an emperor cut. It's cut like just slightly above my waist, and then it's got sort of almost like inbuilt boning that beautifully sort of plies out into the most magnificent skirt. I mean, this really is a twirly number. The pleating on it, the weight of the skirt, the amount of fabric, it's just stunning. I keep looking at it being like, how is this possible? A gorgeous length as well, and it's also just so flattering. Everything is beautiful, and she has pockets and big ones. I feel like, you know, I could put my phone in here. Let's try this out. I could put my phone in here and you wouldn't even notice. There we go, look at that. Needing to film content and you would never even know that I had like a phone, a lip gloss. Here I could pop a comb. I've got a spare pair of knickers. I don't know why I have a spare pair of knickers. Just in case, you know, I have an accident on camera, God forbid. What do I think about? But yeah, I've got a comb, a lip gloss, a phone. This dress is amazing. I mean, I've not even done the whole thing up. I mean, that is sometimes a little bit of a tricky thing when you're filming by yourself. This is an absolute winner, and again, something you can wear for every single occasion. Now this is a stunning wedding guest dress. So, you know what, I feel like I'm a pro wedding guest at the moment. We've had a fair few, and we actually do have a few more, and this is going to be perfect. If I didn't already have my Royal Ascot outfits organised, which you guys, I mean, hold on to your knickers because they're epic. It trumps every single Royal Ascot outfit I've ever worn. They're that good. I would literally be wearing this, and you could then wear a gorgeous like white masterpiece. You could go straw. I mean, you guys all know how much of like a natural raffia straw moment I seem to be having at the moment. You could go pale blue and you could go super tonal. I'm obsessed with this. I mean, literally, do not hang about with this dress. Please do not hang it. It's going to sell out. So for size reference, again, I have a size 8. And I actually have a bit of room. Now, as you know, I'm a little bit chestier than most, so I do actually have like a full bust. And I would say it is really beautifully supporting the gals. However, I do have a bit of room around the waist, which is kind of normal because I do have a very small waist. However, a rather large derriere. But oh gosh, I don't want to take this off. This is the winner. This is absolutely the winner. I mean, I've got the most stunning aquamarines from Tivon Fine Jewelry to wear with this dress. We just need somewhere to go. However, there's so much coming up that you are most certainly going to be seeing this dress on my Instagram grid and of course on YouTube in the coming months. Now I've got a couple more, but I feel like this is the one. I mean, I feel like we're done here. I mean, this is just exceptional. However, I do have this beauty that I think would be absolutely beautiful for Royal Ascot. I love the cape moment. Underneath, it's just so ladylike. I think the cut is absolutely gorgeous as well. And I think all ages, my mum would look exceptional in this dress. However, do you know, someone my age or even younger, you know what, it's sort of like quiet luxury. And again, I think this is something that you would see in Harrods. It looks like such a high-end, beautiful luxury dress. So let's try it on and let's see what the cut is like, because in all honesty, we all know it's all about the fit. This is terrible. I'm gonna have to keep every single one. Look. Excuse. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness! The boys are not actually allowed because Wiggy has an unreliable willy. Yes. Do you want to say hello to everybody and tell everybody how you feel so much better? Yeah? He's also like lost a little bit of the hair around his eyes, but he's feeling lots better, and he's managed to sneak up here with Auntie Anna because Anna helped me do up the dress. I was really struggling, but yes, very naughty indeed. Oh my goodness, it's all gone terribly wrong. I'm gonna let them out of here, but I tell you what, well, whilst we're all in here, we'll just keep vlogging. But anyway, I think this for Royal Ascot and for weddings, like quite like British, like quintessentially British, like mother of the bride even.
It's stunning.
It's stunning. Like again with the, excuse me. We're now bum scooting. Absolutely not. No, you're going downstairs if you've got a bum scoot. What is this business? He's like rolling, he's just having the time of his life because he's not actually allowed up here. But anyway, as I was saying, size 8, so definitely true to size. It's got pockets. The way that it just hugs the female figure without showing any of your lumps and bumps, because it is a beautiful heavy crepe, which I think sometimes in certain lights can actually sometimes show up sort of if you had like a little bit of like, you know, a little bit of a bumpy tummy that you didn't want to use. Like I would actually say you don't even need to wear Spanx with this dress. It is so good. You've got a gorgeous like full, oh my gosh, the whole hood is up here now. We've got Lancelot, we've got Odes. Odes, do you want to come say hi to everybody? I mean, we're missing out on all the fun. I mean, honestly, what is going on here? Auntie Anna, I mean, we asked for your help and we get the whole herd. Anyway, and also another top like massive pro with this is that I always find that when there's like an inbuilt cape, now this isn't actually a cape that you can take off, that is something to say to you, but I do find that sometimes with the capes, they do the shoulders a little bit small, but this literally looks as though it has been beautifully tailored to me. And also really, really important to note that when you do also have a cape, I feel like sometimes you're quite like sort of like closed in, so you don't really have any like ventilation under the arms, whereas as you can see, this is gorgeous. Got airflow to the pits, which is important when we're at events. Can't be having any Leo BO or any stinky business going on. But anyway, I'm absolutely blown away by this. So this is the Lydia Millen Cape Crepe dress. Now in terms of the colour, I feel like they call it sage, but it's sort of like a really gorgeous sort of like greasy grey, a greasy bluey greeny grey. It's sort of that lovely Farron Ball grey bluey green colour, and it's absolutely stunning, and I feel will work with so many different skin tones. You know, if you're beautifully tanned, I think that this would just look exceptional on anyone, even if you're sort of as pale as it gets like me, like an English rose. It will look absolutely stunning. Now in terms of the length, it's beautiful. It just cuts off just below that sort of indentation in our calf, so really quite sexy in a way. I absolutely love it when they cut dresses like that. And so this would be my #1 for Royal Ascot, and any of those sort of like quintessentially quite dressy weddings that you might have for any time of year. This could even be a gorgeous winter wedding guest dress too. Gosh, amazing. And for the price point, mind blown, mind blown. I'm continued to be absolutely flabbergasted, to be honest with you. So this is the Lydia Millen taffeta dress, and I just think this would be absolutely beautiful for so many different events. The only thing, the only downfall, because there are 100 positives, I'm just going to tell you the negative first. I think if you were sat in the car for a long time, it would crease slightly, but that's just because of the beautiful, almost like silk-like taffeta that they've used. It is so beautifully tailored over the chest, waisted, and then you've got this gorgeous full skirt. Now this is a midi dress again, so it is beautifully cut just below the calf dent that we always talk about, and I feel like this dress could literally see you from, it's quite bridal, you know, if you wanted to have like a rehearsal dinner, or if you're doing like a registry office before. Now you could wear this to Royal Ascot depending upon what enclosure you're in, but if you are in the royal enclosure or a box, then I would suggest having like a little cropped jacket. My beautiful Susanna London one, the sort of like tweedy one that I wore to Epsom, would be stunning with this. It's gorgeous, it's got pockets. The design of this dress, I think Lydia and the Karen Millen team have just done the most exceptional dress. You could wear it to the opera. I think it's so Goodwood, like the revival, where it's sort of like 1950s and you could wear like lace gloves. It's just absolutely stunning. There isn't one dress that I have not liked, and I think there's sort of a dress for every single occasion. So if I was getting married again and I needed a dress for a rehearsal dinner, this would be the one. And again, I'm like sort of like flabbergasted because you know what, the price point is so amazing, and they look like really, really high-end luxury pieces that cost thousands of pounds, but you're still getting such a beautiful quality dress. So just, I'm blown away by all of these dresses. I mean, as you can see, it's all gone terribly wrong. We've now got 3 sausage dogs on the bed. I just thought they were having the best time, and if I pop them on the bed, I know that they're not tinkling elsewhere. Yes, we've got the whole hood. Rafi's probably thinking, where on earth is everybody gone? So those are the dresses that I bought from Karen Millen. As I said, this is not a sponsored video. I just absolutely love the brand, and I also felt like it was really important. I feel like I'm showing you things, you know, I love discovering great British luxury brands, but I do also appreciate that that comes with quite a high-end price tag, and that that's not sort of feasible for everybody and not in everybody's budget. So I felt like it was really important to still find those types of pieces that look that way, that are great quality, that doesn't break the bank, and I have most certainly found it with these beautiful dresses. So I will of course leave all of the links down below, along with the sizes that I have tried on. Again, I have this in a size 8 for reference. The only one that I had in a size 10 was the beautiful embroidered floral number, which if they do have a restock of a size 8, I think I will switch for. I did also promise myself that some of these would have to go back because I am looking for 2 very specific dresses. However, I've fallen in love with all of them and just feel that they would be so perfect for so many different events that I have throughout the season. But anyway, I'm going to be taking these very naughty little pickles. Odie. Also, do not worry, they will not jump. They always come down this little bit here and then jump down, but as you can see, these 2 are so comfortable. I'm gonna take you guys off of the camera before we head downstairs, because I'm gonna take them downstairs so that there are no tinkles upstairs, and we will get straight into story time. But in the meantime, check these dogs out. They are so happy. Have you ever seen something so cute? So boys, what I feel like they need to have like little rating cards. What do we give this one, boys? We're giving this a 10. Wiggs? No, I feel like is giving it a 9. Odie's definitely giving it a 10. Lancelot's giving it a 15. Yep. Honestly, they are so naughty. What do you think this is? Are you all watching Mummy doing her vlogging? Come on then, we'll let Mummy take you down. Let's go downstairs. Let's go downstairs. I've roped in my wing woman. I felt like she's already been on the vlog, so we might as well include. And actually I thought it was nice, instead of me just like reading off of my phone, and just so that you guys know that this is like 100% like in real time. I think definitely people do Q&As and then they like really think about answers. Like it's just too scripted. And I just think like, you just have to say something off the top of your head, and I think that subconsciously is like really what you think.
Your gut instinct.
100%. And we've had some really cool. I kind of had like, as they were coming through, I was like, God, I love that question. And one woman in particular asked quite a few different questions, and all of them, like the thought that she put into asking those questions, I thought was amazing, really.
I agree.
So Anna is going to be asking me the questions. I don't know which ones she's probably going to ask one of them if you don't know the answers to.
Yeah,
so,
possibly.
Yeah. There's not many things that Anna doesn't know. I mean, she did actually ask me one thing before, and she was like, no, you can't say that.
You can't say that. I might ask again.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
It's so funny. Okay, I think let's start off with an easy one.
Do tell.
Okay, so this person asked for makeup and beauty favourites. So I would say name 3 items that you could not live without in your makeup and beauty.
Like desert
regime.
island products. Oh, that's such a good question. I mean, you guys know that I am obsessed with Charlotte Tilbury. If I'm like deserted island, then it's just makeup, or can I have skincare?
I think skincare is included in beauty.
Oh, that's so hard. Or could we have both? I feel like makeup wouldn't look good unless you had good skincare. So I would say, well, first and foremost, it's difficult. Is it a hot desert island? You know, I'd need SPF if it was.
I think SPF every day.
Yeah, SPF. Okay, I'd have to say SPF. Then I would say the Rhodial lip oil, because it looks like lip gloss, but it's super nourishing. I would actually go as far as to say, if I was allowed to have my eyelashes tinted pre-desert island, then I wouldn't need mascara. But then I would have the Rhodial banana lowlighter, because you can also double it up as like a foundation if you've got a blemish or anything. And then I would say the Hollywood contour wand from Charlotte Tilbury, because you can like bronze things up. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good question.
Do you still ride?
Oh, I love that. I do want so many more questions that come through like about horses and riding. Yes, I definitely still ride. I definitely don't ride as much as I would like to, but I'm kind of the person that is very much, and I think you guys would agree with me, if you're going to do something, do it 110% or don't do it at all. I think a lot of people have asked, like, why don't you just enjoy like going for a hack? And I think when you do a sport at like that kind of level, kind of just going for a hack doesn't really, I know that sounds terrible, but you know, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it doesn't really do it for me. I still have the amazing like horse-human interaction with the mares here, and I get to go and see my babies, and I think that's definitely one of my like biggest lifetime highlights, is actually riding one of my babies. God, that sounds so bizarre. I mean horse babies. Also, I feel like you're chopped off. There we go. So no, I do ride. I can ride. Obviously I had quite a bad accident, so I appreciate a lot of people ask whether I can even ride again. So yes, I can ride. I have ridden, but no, sadly at this very moment in time, it's not in my sort of like day-to-day schedule. Yeah, which is sad, but you know what, we've got some plans. And yeah, I definitely want to ride my young horses more often, so that answers that.
Yeah, it does. I've just noticed and think, like that to you.
Oh my God, I love it. Can we just take a moment? Can we just say, yeah, she's got a big tattoo.
I was like, well, people to judge me.
So Anna has just got back from Edinburgh. She is the biggest Swiftie fan. I mean, the day she got engaged was not the best day of her life. The day she saw Taylor Swift.
It was epic.
Oh my God.
It was absolutely incredible. Had the best time. Got the friendship bracelets, got the tattoos.
Got the nails.
Got the nails.
The outfit was astounding. I was living for your Instagram stories. Your Instagram stories and Laura Ann's.
Oh yes.
I mean, that leotard.
Yeah. I know, it was
I
amazing.
mean, epic. That's definitely something we need to get dates in the diary for. I mean, I don't know when the next time she'll be doing a world tour. I wasn't quick enough, so sadly I didn't get tickets. But if ever tickets come available, we need to do like girls trip.
Yes.
Luxury by Leonora, Taylor Swift. It would be so much fun. But yes, no, she has not got a big tattoo.
I know, it's not a random big tattoo.
I mean, if you were gonna have a tattoo, it'd probably be a Taylor Swift tattoo.
Maybe. I'm not a big tattoo person though. I always say I would get a tattoo if I did a sports thing. So if I was in the Olympics or did an Ironman, I feel like, I mean, not that I'm ever going to do that, but kind of like...
She's not very sporty.
I'm not very sporty or athletic, but that's okay. But I think...
So funny.
Yeah, I think those are the only circumstances where I could ever envision myself getting a tattoo, and those are even like very far off visions. So
yeah, I think tattoos can be absolutely beautiful.
They can be.
Just not
it's
for
just
us.
not for me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, next question.
Next question. Oh, no question, just a comment. Keep doing you. You're doing a fantastic job.
Honestly, I was saying that a little bit earlier to them, like, and you get the pleasure of also reading the comments. You guys just rock my world. You're unbelievable. Sorry, we have a little visitor. Yeah, you guys are amazing, and thank you so much. I feel like I saw them coming through. There were quite a lot of messages just saying just such lovely things, and no assumptions or questions, which was quite nice. I think people get so nosy with these Q&As. I'm like, would you like the dimensions of my inner thigh? Christ on a bike. Anyway.
Oh, is the house you live in now the house where you grew up?
Oh, that's lovely. Well, no, it's not my childhood home. We moved here when I was 17, 18. And to be honest with you, I was already living abroad. So although you'd still call me, most people would call like a 17, 18-year-old sort of in their childhood years. No, it was not where I grew up, but we've been here for 10 years, and where I grew up was just the other side of Henley. So now we live on the other side of the valley, as we like to say.
Yeah, nice. Speaking of Henley, best places to go in Henley. Someone would love to explore this area more.
Oh, that's so lovely. Well, Henley is, I mean, obviously 2 Henley girls here. Henley is famous for the Henley Royal Regatta, which first was sort of like, I think it was like 1830. Was it 1930?
No, definitely 1830.
1830, and it's obviously historic for rowing, and it is also the Henley Royal Regatta, so it is actually attended by the royals. So that's kind of like given it its fame, but you know, it's got a beautiful church, an incredible town hall, and in terms of restaurants, I would say it kind of depends upon what type of cuisine you like. Like, do you want to go, I suppose when I always think when I'm going to visit somewhere, I always like to have like quite a fancy dinner booked in, and then a little bit more of like a cafe-esque situation. They've got some really gorgeous like delicatessens, so if you want like quite a casual lunch type of fare, and explore the sort of little town, then I'd say like, you know, pavilions. Jump in there, get a nice little, you know, they do like salads and that sort of thing, which is really lovely. And then restaurant-wise, it's hard because I kind of think I'm going to be really bad now. There's not really that many like exceptional restaurants in Henley. They're all sort of like Coat, Highstreet Tavern, which is nice. It's not going to rock your world, let's just say.
Highstreet Tavern has a good vibe.
It has a great vibe, insane cocktails, always got live music. Just double check the night that you're going, but they do tend to have live music most evenings, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then actually good food is a restaurant called Luscombe's, and it's actually owned by a gentleman called Steve. He's the most incredible chef. He has done lots and lots of private jobs for my family. He actually came to Mallorca with us and was a private chef out there, and he actually had the Golden Ball.
No way.
So if you guys have ever been to the Golden Ball pub, they did the best roast literally in the entire area, and then actually he moved himself to Mallorca and decided to actually come back, and then opened Luscombe's, which is tiny. I mean, you can't really swing a cat, so definitely book, but the food will be phenomenal.
Oh, wow. I haven't been there yet.
A good vibe would be the Bull if you want to have like a few drinks with your friends. They've got a really nice outside space there if you're going to go out in the summer.
Thoughts on Villa Marina?
I love the Villa
I love it.
Marina. It's so old-fashioned.
I love it so much.
You know, there are still people in there in, I mean, their 90s, which I love it. They don't have a dress code. However, I would actually get dressed up to go there because
it's
people
white
do.
tablecloth.
Yeah.
It's like traditional Italian.
Very, very traditional Italian. It's on the river. And it's just gorgeous. I've been going there, I don't know about you, but like since I was a little girl.
And it was always a special occasion.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And their dessert trolley.
I know, they don't do it anymore.
No!
I know, they don't do it anymore. I went recently and I was devastated. They don't do it anymore.
I've never heard more of a British thing.
It's so sad.
I mean, okay, so those would be my top Henley things. But yeah, it's gorgeous. And definitely go for a walk up and down the river. Get an ice cream at like, do they still have the ice cream van?
Yes, they do.
They do,
By
yeah.
the by, what do you call that when it goes into the river?
Into the water, where the boats go in.
Where the boats go in. Yeah, there's an ice cream van.
Gorgeous.
And that's actually a really good spot to watch the regatta if you haven't got tickets. So you can see everyone come down the finish line, you can see all the boats.
Rowing pro over here. She knows
Knowledge.
everything. Everything, yes, not actual, as we know,
As
not
we've
athletic. But yeah, an amazing spot to actually witness it. And you boys, this is getting ridiculous. I mean, this is just, and talk about unreliable Willie. I went to check the bedroom and he did, in fact, go in there and have a tinkle. He is a naughty, naughty, naughty minx. Anyway.
Oh, I like this one. What would you recommend for someone's first and possibly only designer bag and they want a classic?
Great question. Oh, that's hard. Now, I would go extremely timeless. Google things that were in fashion in the 1950s and you still see on, you know, the high street today that people are wearing. And obviously you're thinking luxury brand, so I don't mean the actual high street, but I would actually say, I mean, obviously an Hermes is incredible, but I personally think that you don't need to spend that kind of money on a bag. I mean, they're beautiful, but I mean, you know, it's the best part of a deposit on a house, and it was ridiculous. I would actually go as far as to say a Chanel flat bag. You can see it back in, you know, black and white movies, and today they're still being made. And, you know, if you actually look at the price increase back, you know, in the day, I think you could buy them for like £1,000, and now I think they're retailing at like £8,500, £9,000, depending upon. So they're a good investment as well. And I think that you can also, with like Vestiaire, the Real, eBay actually now have a really incredible, vigorous secondhand, you know, system of like selling top luxury and real designer bags. So obviously don't get stumped in terms of buying a fake. That's really important. So yeah, I would personally say a Chanel flat bag.
Great answer. Where did Mark propose to you?
Oh, I love that question. Can I see who sent that question? Oh, that's so lovely. So Mark proposed to me in Saint-Tropez, and it kind of was a very special place to us because that's where we kind of really met. We kept bumping into each other in lots of different places around the world, but that was the first place that we actually really got to know one another. And then, like, you know, a fair few years later, we'd go back every single year for the Global Champions Tour Athena and Assis horse show. A bit of a mouthful. And then I think I was second in the Grand Prix or third in the Grand Prix the year before, and one of the prizes was to stay in the Byblos Hotel, which is a stunning 5-star hotel. And the year after we just thought, well, we'll just book it for the same week. And yeah, he proposed to me at the Byblos Hotel in Saint-Tropez. So that is another story for another time, unless it's on the question list.
I haven't seen it, to be fair. I
Okay.
haven't seen it. Oh, I like this. Okay, assumption. You never just have a pyjama day and do nothing.
I think you need to answer that.
Okay, so I would say, no, you never have a pyjama day and do nothing, but you do have pyjama days.
Yeah. So if, for example, Anna or Ellen are not here, and actually sadly Ellen is not here today, hence why it's just the two of us.
We miss you, Ellen.
We miss you, Ellen. So Ellen is just doing something else today. Anyway, if no one is coming and I don't have any calls where I need to be on camera, I literally am like a naked mole rat. Not actually, I'm not naked around my house. I mean, honestly, poor Steve and John and just have an absolute, that's not fair on anyone. But anyway, I will be in like you know, like a tracksuit, or I quite like wearing, like, I bought these really sweet, very like Lord Fauntleroy Ralph Lauren pajamas for Mark. He looks like little Paddington Bear, and I have sort of stolen them, and I like wearing those. But no, I've never had, I don't think I've ever had like a pajama day and do nothing. Like as you know, like I've not been very well, and I literally was on the sofa, but you know,
on her deathbed.
literally, yeah, I was not well. Yeah, so I definitely have, like, I'd call them like slob days.
But not nothing days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what is your favourite aria to perform, and your favourite opera? So I guess favourite aria to perform, and then favourite opera in general.
Oh God, that is such a good question. I mean, Pavarotti, I think, just goes through me. I will cry. Every single hair on my body will stand up. And I think, oh, what is my favourite? Oh, I'm going to have to give that one a little bit of thought.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that one, because
It's a great question.
That is such a good question. It's hard because I love, you know, I could probably give you my favourite aria, but the favourite aria for me to perform is like, if I don't want to like murder the song. So, okay, I'm going to think about that one. I'm going to come back to that.
Come back on. Okay. Any boyfriends before Mark?
Although I didn't have many boyfriends, I had, obviously, my first ever boyfriend, who just, you know, you fall madly in love with, who broke my heart. But obviously in hindsight now, thinking, you know, thank goodness for that. Hopefully you never watch this. So 3 boyfriends before Mark. 3? Yeah?
That's not that many.
Yeah. No. I could count on one hand, shall we say? No?
Okay, we're gonna go in. What's a secret indulgence that you love but everyone else thinks is odd?
Oh God, that's such a good question. Are we talking about like a thing that I do, or something to eat?
Yeah, I think something that you eat, or like a food combo, or something that you do. An indulgence.
An indulgence.
Or like a TV show that you're obsessed with, that everyone else thinks is bizarre.
That's such a good question. I mean, God, that's so hard. Like, I don't have like ketchup on my pizza or anything like that. I mean, obviously if that's your thing, good for you. I don't do pineapple on pizza. What do I really love? I love like banana and custard.
Oh, but that's like...
That's when you're back at school, that's nice.
That's a nice combo.
Something my brother is something I do. I mean, it's shameful. It's really shameful. I don't think I can say it.
Okay.
It's about Wiggy. I really, it's so weird. I really like the smell of Wiggy's breath. And especially like morning bread, I go... do you know the reel? There's this like hysterical video of like this girl like sniffing her dog and going, ah. And I actually did the video. I did the video, and obviously I sent it to my family group chat. And they're like, Leo, this is so weird. You should not do that. So like, I love the smell of Wiggy's ears, and then I love the smell. No, Odie as well. Odie's ears are also scrumptious. Oh, here we go. This is the one. So Odie is literally just lying there. I mean, there's your feet. These are my feet. And then I go down, and then oh Christ, you'll see my bloody chest, and then oh. Also the toe beans. I mean, honestly, have you ever seen something so ridiculous? The smell of his ears, his breath. I think it comes down to like how much you love your child. I don't think I'll ever love like my child's breath, but I mean, look at his paws. It's the toe beans.
Wow.
Officially a weirdo.
Crazy dog lady.
It's crazy sausage dog lady.
Crazy,
I can't believe I just told everybody that, but hey ho, enjoy. I'm sure I'm gonna get so much flack for that. But food combination, I can't think of any. I think I'm quite normal.
I think you're quite normal as well.
I was never allowed like ketchup or mayonnaise with anything other than like French fries.
Really?
Yeah, like people who have like, no, maybe mayonnaise and like a nice
sandwiches.
like chicken salad sandwich.
Oh, so someone's brother is getting married in October. It's going to be an English countryside wedding. What should she wear to her brother's wedding?
Well, congratulations. Well, first and foremost, we've literally just tried on the most stunning dresses from Karen Millen. I would keep it super elegant, very, very timeless. Definitely when they're looking back at their like wedding book, you know, in maybe 50 years time, you still want to be wearing something that was super, super sort of classic and classy. So I keep it classic and classy, and then really find something that shows off your best features. And that might be your waist, your chest, your arms, and then go with colors that are tonal, I would say, and going to complement the bridal party. So obviously find out from your soon-to-be sister-in-law, or maybe brother-in-law, you know, I'm not quite sure of the situation, but yeah, find out what their wedding colors are, and then just try and pick something that's tonal, and then something that's really, really going to suit your silhouette. But in terms of brands that I would look at, in terms of like affordable, I would definitely say Karen Millen, LK Bennett, and also Abercrombie have some incredible dresses. Really, really beautiful silhouettes. So that would be affordable. Then I would say slightly more on the luxury end of the price point, Amelia Wickstead, Erdem, and Susanna London. They do beautiful cuts and they will tailor it to you. So yeah, that would be my recommendations, and good luck, have the best time, and please let me know on Instagram what you end up buying and wearing. I'd love to see it.
There's so many lovely comments. Lots of questions about children and the timeline. So kind of like,
people are so nosy. Children. As you can probably hear, I have 4 children already and a husband. So babies, I'll be really honest with you guys, like I'm not thinking of having children anytime soon, but equally, you know, if it happens, then, you know, if it happens, amazing, and I'm so lucky and grateful, but it's not in my sort of like near future plan. I would say a couple of years. You know, I'm 28. I feel like I still have time. I love my job, and I feel like I'm really, really building my career at the moment, which is so important. As you know, I'm a very organized individual, so I would like to kind of have some big life goals ticked off before I have children. So I'd say like a couple of years, but never, you know, never say never. And if it happens, well then, you know,
it'll be a joy and a blessing.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more. But yeah.
Amazing. How have you trained your dogs to do the bedtime routine? It's just so sweet.
I tell you what, I actually haven't trained them at all. They are such little sods. Honestly, all of them. And every single one of them have such a different personality. I live in their house, remember. This is you know, this is their place. But no, in all seriousness, they just love, like Dachshunds and themselves, like sausage dogs, love to be like tucked in. And I think they've just got to the point now that they just wait their turn, and it's so funny, like they get their little treat at the end of it. So I suppose at the very beginning they were, you know, they were rewarded once they had waited and got tucked in, they got their treats, and maybe they sort of compartmentalize it as they're getting a treat for getting into bed and being tucked in. So possibly that, but no, I never taught them. They are just little spoilt, scrumptious sausages.
Oh. Some people are asking to see a picture of your grandmother.
A picture? Oh my gosh, I can get a picture. I can get a picture here. Oh,
she seems like such a class act of a lady.
And they'd like to hear
a little more about her.
I mean, I'm literally just getting, should I get my, I tell you what, I've got an amazing photograph in the ladies' loo.
Oh yes.
There's like 3 generations. Oh, right boys.
She's off.
This is like one of my all-time favourite photographs that we have, and I just think it's just such an incredible picture of the 3 generations. So yes, you can see that is my little munchkin face, but that is my grandmother there, and obviously my mummy and me, and it is one of my most treasured photographs. And yeah, I just think there's so many similarities here, and all like short blonde hair and like the little dress.
Amazing picture.
It's hilarious. I feel like I haven't changed like at all, but so cute. So that is a photograph of my grandmother. So yeah, I mean, we could go all out and just go and get her. I mean, honestly, my grandmother, so it's very odd. Well, no, it's not very odd, it was just what she wanted. Yeah. So my grandmother didn't, or both my grandparents, first and foremost, they wanted to be together because they were like little, like a pigeon pair. They just worshipped one another, and they were the first to arrive at a party and the last to leave. They were always on the dance floor, and they never ever wanted to miss out on a good party. And so my grandmother didn't want to be buried, she didn't want to be scattered anywhere. There was always this joke that my grandfather said that they wanted to be scattered where they first made love, which happened to be so risque. I mean, in their day, it was actually in a classic Mercedes in a forest up near Forney. No, it wasn't. I know, I can't believe I just said that. I know.
Oh,
so they wanted to be scattered like where they first made love. Honestly, grandma, Christ on a bike. Anyway, so she decided that she wanted to be cremated, and my grandfather, and they wanted to be in a very glamorous, beautiful pot in the house. And my grandma said, any parties I'd like to be brought out. And so we kind of do. She sort of just sits on the side, and it just looks like a really lovely ochre, stunning ornament. And actually it's grandma and granddad, and they've actually been halved because obviously my uncle wanted them as well. Yes. So yeah,
ever present.
Yeah, they are ever present.
Oh, whose closet would you love to just go and crazy and borrow from?
That is such a great question. Gosh. Oh, Grace Kelly would be like my dream. The jewellery, the beautiful dresses, the way she used to wear the gorgeous like satin gloves. Yes. Yeah, definitely Grace Kelly. I think the Princess of Wales probably has the most exquisite wardrobe, and obviously access to the royal jewels. So that would be lovely. Excuse me. And then I kind of think like, you know, Audrey Hepburn. There were some classic dresses there, although I'm probably not Audrey Hepburn's size, but that sort of, in terms of the style and the wardrobe. I think Marilyn Monroe's wardrobe would have been incredible.
So much fun. I
mean, quite sexy, probably a little bit too sexy for me, but oh my gosh, would I have fun in there. So no, Grace Kelly and the Princess of Wales, definitely.
Good answers.
Our SD card was full, so it just goes to show we've probably been filming for hours. Gosh knows how long this vlog is, but anyway, we're in the deeps and depths of a Q&A. So what was the next one?
Oh, it was, can you teach about attire etiquette? Are wedges a daytime shoe? Linen solely a daytime fabric, etc.?
Ooh, that's such a great question. And I think, you know, I do actually talk quite a lot about like etiquette, like what to wear, what not to wear, and I think simply that's because I've been to so many events, and sometimes, you know what, I've got it wrong. So, and actually I think from my mother, you know, my parents have attended so many different events, and, you know, spanning, you know, so many different things. I mean, my mother's even got outfits upstairs for like a Chinese New Year. Like, it's, I mean, she's literally got just the most exceptional things for so many different occasions. I think in terms of like actually answering that direct question, wedges in evening, it depends upon what type of event it is. Like obviously wedges I would say are a summer shoe, and if you are going to like an event during the day that then goes into night, I think 100% that's appropriate, and I think that also lends itself to the linen as well. However, if I was literally getting ready to go out on an evening event in the summer, I probably wouldn't wear, I would wear a wedge. I would definitely wear a wedge, however I probably wouldn't wear linen to an evening event. Kind of, again, it depends upon the kind of event. If it's outside, then I probably would wear linen or a wedge. So I think gauge what type of event it's going to be, the other people that are going to be there, and also how it makes you feel. Like if you love those wedges and they make you feel gorgeous and glamorous, like what the heck, wear them, absolutely wear them. But I would traditionally say wedges and linen for a gorgeous day look that can go into an evening look. However, if it's like a super bougie, you know, opera, I wouldn't wear a strappy linen dress and some wedges to a night opera.
So it's kind of more to do with the event than it is about the time of day.
Yes, I would agree. Yes.
Awesome. And the same lovely lady said a really lovely comment. She says, the quality of your content sets you vastly apart and ahead of everyone else, and it shows. It's so lovely.
Honestly, you guys, thank you so much. And like, genuinely, you don't know how much that actually means. Like, not only me, but also like you guys, you work so hard, like turning the content around and, you know, thinking of ideas. And my diary in itself is like a serious job of like working out where I have to be, what I have to do, the people that I'm seeing, the meetings that I'm going to, vlogging it all, filming it for Instagram, turning it around, getting it up so you guys can see it. Anyway, thank you so much, and that genuinely means the world to me.
Yeah, it keeps us all going.
It does, definitely.
I like this one. How do you stay so motivated and so positive?
I mean, as you know, sometimes I think it is also really important to say that, yes, I am a very positive person, but I do also have down days. And like one comment, you know, I get like 300 comments on a YouTube vlog, and like that one comment can like really...
It will stick with you.
Yeah, it really does. Like I read everything. I try to reply to absolutely everybody, and also with the help of my team. But I definitely want to say, like, sometimes I really do have down days and I doubt myself so much. But then, like, even I just walk around and I think I'm so unbelievably lucky. And I think if you have your health and your happiness and your family, like, you're so lucky. And I love my job. My family love me, I'm happy, I'm healthy, and you know, having things I think in the diary that even if they're really small, like going to meet your friend at a coffee shop, like how gorgeous. Like I think romanticizing your life 100%. Is so important, because you just get excited about the little things, and making a big deal out of the smallest wins are so important. And all of a sudden you'll completely change your mindset on things. And like even a moment ago, like this made me even happy. I noticed like the bumblebee on my gorgeous little plate. I don't know whether you can see that, and like just looking at that and just thinking how beautiful. So really looking at the small things, waking up every day and seeing the beauty in everything. Like at the moment we have this rose arbor. I think, like, am I dreaming? Am I in Bridgerton? Like this is ridiculous. So I think just thinking, pinch yourself and think, gosh, how lucky am I? And yeah, change your mindset. So that's what I would say. That's how I
love that.
How I stay so positive. And I have you guys. Like I always say, like I walk around the orchard in the morning and I read these comments and I'm like, is this me? Like, yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
You guys, you're the best. So yeah.
Oh. So two-part question.
Mm-hmm.
How old are your dogs?
Ooh.
And would you like to get a new puppy?
First and foremost, let me just like, do I need to get a new puppy? Look at this cretin child. This is how he decides to sit. He has completely ruined the lovely throw, and he is now sat on a Ralph Lauren armchair. Yes, Wiggy, what exactly do you think you're doing there, my little cretin child? And he is overlooking his kingdom. I mean, look at that rose arbor. I don't think you can quite see it from here, but it is just astonishing. And then he literally just sits like that. He's so naughty. And then we've got little Lancelot. Yes you. So Lancelot is 2. Wiggy is 4, and he's actually just spotted a pheasant that is legging it across the lawn. Look at it.
There's he run.
Run, pheasant, run. There's one lucky pheasant. Oh no, Wiggy spotted it. Oh no, they're off. They're off. They're off. Okay, yeah, they're gone. They're gone. Okay, ciao babies. Anyway, so Odie is 8. Oh, good luck to the pheasant. They won't catch it. The pheasant is far too quick. So let's start that again. Wiggy is 4, Lancelot is 2, Odie is 8, and Raffi is 12. So yes. And then I actually noticed one thing coming, because it kind of really stuck with me, that Raffi's getting a little bit older, and when Raffi dies, am I planning on getting another one? I don't think you ever sort of like, obviously if you're having children, some people plan them, some people don't. Some people don't fall pregnant when they don't think they're going to fall pregnant. So I don't think I'm definitely not planning any more dogs anytime soon. But actually, in all honesty with you, I didn't plan Wiggy and I didn't plan Lancelot. They just happened. So
who knows?
If somehow the universe brings me another sausage dog, I wouldn't say no. However, I'm not actively looking. I follow all of the different charities, but do you know what? There is such a long wait list for like rehoming sausage dogs that I don't think I'd ever be at the top of that, because so I'd love to rehome and obviously rescue a sausage dog. However, there's a long waiting list for them. So no, not at the moment. Not at the moment.
Got it. And last one, I think, our friend Helen Stella the dog lady, who we love.
We love you, Helen.
Says, you are such an inspiration with your positivity. Who or what inspires you?
Oh, that's such a great question. First and foremost, you blow my mind, Helen. Your dedication is just astounding. The first to comment on a YouTube vlog, she's always there, she's always in my DMs making sure I'm okay, and like you're incredible. And hopefully one day, I really do hope we get to meet and I can say thank you in person. But who is my biggest inspiration? You know, my dad is a huge inspiration to me, and I think sometimes I can get caught up in, like, you know, trying to make him proud. And I think my dad, you know, he didn't come from money, and he had to work his absolute socks off. And actually he's one that you know, he teaches me, like sometimes at dinner he'll literally just look at us as a family and be like, how did I get so lucky? Which I think is just one of the nicest things. And I think as a businessman, you know, his relationship with his family being such a thoughtful, caring, you know, I have an amazingly close relationship with both of my parents, like in very different types of relationships. I don't think anybody could ever ask whether I was like a mummy's girl or daddy's girl, because I'm so close to both of them. And for him to be an amazing family man and literally support every single one of us, and, you know, tens of thousands of children around Berkshire, and then also be like, I'm gonna say terrible to say, but like a ruthless businessman, and be super successful and so entrepreneurial. And you know, I've sat in his office many occasions where, you know, I understand what's going on in terms of the business deal, but what I can't understand is how did he come to that thought process? So just how smart he is. He's always learning. You're never too old to learn. He reads millions of books. He speaks to so many different people, and the fact that he cares about things that you would never, you know, he'll send emails to people at 3 o'clock in the morning just to be like, you know what, I thought about you. And it might have been somebody he met 10 years ago, and he'll send paragraphs after paragraphs. So my biggest inspiration is my dad, and kind of all aspects of my life, being a businesswoman, successful, and I think everybody has a different idea as to what successful is, and I'm not going to go into that. And also being an incredible family, a father, grandfather to everybody, and yeah, I would say my dad. Which my mum was going to be devastated. Mum, I love you too. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, God, I feel like we've got really into this. But anyway, I don't know how long this vlog is, and you know, we have had a lot more questions, but I feel like we'll have to save those. We'd be here for hours. And some really interesting assumptions too. You know, I'll go into like people wanting to see like the insides of my cupboards. I mean, interesting, and actually they probably do need a good tidy. But anyway, we will have to save that for another occasion. So I've loved this, honestly. For this to kind of be like my first vlog back, I'm kind of talking as though I've been away for ages. It's been one vlog. We've missed one vlog. So
a few days.
It's been a few days since I've spoken to you last, but my goodness gracious me, did I need those days. So I cannot thank you enough for being so supportive and caring, and a really lovely vlog to be able to come back, try on some gorgeous dresses and sit down and just chat to you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this one. I feel like maybe even Anna learned a bit about me.
I love these
today.
types of vlogs.
They're so like homey and wholesome. And anyway, we have got an afternoon ahead of us of sort of catching things up. You know, we've got an extremely busy.
Very exciting.
It's going to be epic. So we're going to save all of that juicy stuff for the next vlogs and mini vlogs to come. So sending you so much love, and thank you for watching.